I think it's only by contemplating death that we live a rich life. My name is Joanna Ebenstein. I'm the founder of Morbid Anatomy and the creative director of Morbid Anatomy in its current incarnation. The Morbid Anatomy Library is my own personal collection of books and artifacts related to death in different cultures around the world. So we make these books and objects that are not available in any other place that I know of in the United States, free of charge to the public as much as we can.
People come here because the library kind of allows serendipity, and people can actually discover a lot of intriguing knowledge.
This is the Fort Hamilton Gatehouse. It was designed by the same architect who did Grand Central, kind of neo-Gothic sandstone exterior, and it was closed to the public for the last 50 years for the most part until we took it over.
We wanted to start working with more partners who we thought would bring in not only new audiences, but new and thought-provoking programs to the cemetery.
Really, it's with this residency that we've kind of fully reemerged and been reborn. As part of our residency, we have a temporary exhibition called The Power of Images, Life, Death, and Rebirth. So we invited people that we knew, people in the greater Morbid Anatomy community, to bring forward objects that they'd either created or objects in their own personal collections. And the show is meant to explore the ideas of life, death, and rebirth and the kind of cyclical nature of that.
When you come to the exhibition, you'll see a real cabinet of curiosities. There's a whole slew of objects. Some of them are ephemera, some are, artifacts. Others are actually fine works of art that are from Greenwood's collection. For the past decade, Greenwood has been actively collecting art by residents. We call them permanent residents. So our permanent residents who are artists. And so we've identified almost 500 artists who are buried at Greenwood, and we're sure that there's tons more.
All children are interested in these things, and I was very, very lucky to have parents and a peer group that didn't completely beat it out of me. So I think children don't make this distinction when they're looking at the world between what's morbid and what's not. They're just curious about the world around them, and that's kind of how this interest was created for me. The way we think about death today in American culture is by far the exception. This idea that we're not supposed to talk about it, that we shouldn't have any art practices about it or any conversation about it, didn't seem to exist at any other time or place. So to me, with great contemplation, I really believe that it's much more morbid not to think about death than to think about death.